All right. So good morning, everyone. For this morning, we'll be talking about fuzzy logic and its applications. So these are basically the overview of today's discussion. We're gonna learn what is fuzzy logic, history of fuzzy logic, and then how is it being compared to other computational intelligence like neural networks. How are we going to use fuzzy logic in control systems? Also in other fields, some approaches, applications, and future. As per the background, Professor Lot Pisaday of UC Berkeley in 1965, he was the author of the fuzzy logic. Sabi niya, people do not require precise numerical information input and yet they are capable of highly adaptive control. So sabi niya, pwede raw tayo mag-accept ng mga noisy input, mga imprecise input, provided na meron tayong effective rules na implement for us to solve the problem. So yun na nga, kaya naisip niya yung idea behind fuzzy logic. So let's define, ano ba ibig sabihin ng fuzzy logic? Pag sinabi natin na fuzzy, so not clear, distinct, or precise, blurred. And then yung definition ng fuzzy logic natin, a form of knowledge representation that is suitable for notions that cannot be defined precisely but which depend upon their context. So, ginagamit talaga yung fuzzy logic for nonlinear problems na mahirap i-solve linearly. Kaya po, meron tayong mas easiest way or easier way to do that, which is the fuzzy logic. So, ano po ba yung fuzzy logic? So, basically, fuzzy logic is a solving control system methodology, and we make use of the linguistic or the fuzzy variables. Example, if the process is too hot and the process is heating rapidly, then meron tayong conclusion. So we have to cool the process quickly. So instead of using values, we represent that using linguistics or using fuzzy variables. What are the advantages? So basically, it mimics human control logic. It uses imprecise language, inherently robust, fails safely, and you can easily modify and tweak this one easily. For the disadvantages, kailangan dito ng operator's experience. Kailangan ng system complexity. So, kailangan mo talaga ng expert that you could ask or confirm whether okay na ba yung rules na atin pong iniisip. Ito yung ating traditional representation ng logic. So, we make use of binary, di ba? 0 and then 1. So, in representation, yung snail, slow siya. So, ang speed niya 0. We could represent that as 0. And then, we have here fast for the cheetah that we could represent as 1. So, kapag i-code natin yan, yung common sa atin, C or C++ or even Python, so i-declare natin yung speed as Boolean kasi it's a matter of 0 and then 1. Then we get the speed or we scan the inputted value of the user. And then we determine that if the speed is 0, so we just check the condition, then the speed is slow. Else, the speed is fast. So, ganun kasimple lang yung traditional representation natin ng logic. So, in fuzzy logic representation naman, for every problem, we must represent that in terms of fuzzy sets. So, ibig sabihin ba ng fuzzy sets? So, this time, hindi lang tayo 0 and then 1. So, we could represent that into different linguistics like the slowest, slow, fast, and then fastest. So, pwedeng yung snail, ang kanyang category or range of values ay from 0 to 0.25. Then, syempre, yung turtle naman natin from 0.25 to 0.5. Then, fast yung dog natin from 0.5 to 0.75. And then, the cheetah, which is the fastest, from 0.75 to 1. Ngayon, hindi mo may isip yung range of values. Nonetheless, alam mo kung ano yung capability ng mga animals na to, di ba? So, alam natin, we commonly understood naman na definitely pinakamabagal dyan yung snail, sunod yung turtle, sunod yung dog, sunod yung cheetah. Siyempre, kung magdadagdag ka pa dyan ng other animals, mababago na naman yung range of values natin. Depende yun sa design. Kung gusto mo magdagdag dyan ng rat, kung gusto mo magdagdag dyan ng cat, kung gusto mo magdagdag dyan ng fish, so mababago yung ating fuzzy logic representation. Ganun po ka-powerful si fuzzy logic. So, if we are to make a programming language for this one, ganun din lang din naman yung representation. But this time, pwede natin na i-declare si speed as float, considering na hindi lang naman siya binary in nature na 0 and then 1, we still scan the input of the user, which is speed. And then, this time, meron tayong range of values na gumamit tayo ng ladderized if-else. If the speed is greater than or equal to 0, and the speed is less than 0.25, so the speed is slowest. Then from 0.25 to less than 0.5, slow. 0.5 to 0.75, speed is fast. And then 0.75 to 1, the speed is fastest. So regardless of the programming language, pwede po natin gamitin si Fuzzy Logic. In our subject, since we're building model-based design, we'll try to use muna Fuzzy Logic Toolbox. So gagamit tayo ng MATLAB para i-implement si Fuzzy Logic in our 7th experiment. So origins of Fuzzy Logic, so it traces back to ancient Greece. And then he was the first to publish the ideas of Fuzzy Logic. It was Latpis Aster Sade. And I think he was the professor of my professor in De La Salle University when I'm taking my master's and doctorate degree. Naging prof niya to. Sa Europe kasi siya nag-doctorate. And then in the Philippines, si Dr. Elmer Dajos, he was my professor and advisor also in Fuzzy Logic subject. Siya naman yung father ng Fuzzy Logic in the Philippines. And then we also have your Professor Tosher Terrano in 1972. He organized the world's first working group on fuzzy systems. Kaya nga marami na ngayon na mga organizations or conferences na related sa fuzzy systems. And isa ako sa mga nai-invite na maging reviewer ng mga papers na related sa fuzzy logic. I even presented papers naman related to that. And then the FL Smith and Corporation in 1980, they were the first to market fast expert systems. I don't know if you have seen already washing machine. Yung washing machine namin na isa, nakalagay doon Fuzzy Logic. Ibig sabihin, yung idea behind the algorithm in that washing machine is using the concept of Fuzzy Logic. Ngayon, i-compare natin, there are a lot of computational intelligence. Normally, pinag-aaralan ito kapag nag-graduate school po tayo. So dito gusto ko i-compare yung Fuzzy Logic with the neural networks. So how does a neural network work? Tandaan po natin that both model the human brain. Both the Fuzzy Logic and the neural networks and both used to create behavioral systems. Yung nakikita natin dito na figure is a simple single unit adaptive network. This is being used for neural network. Yung neural network kasi ginagamit natin to train the data. And then kapag na-train na natin yung data, so iti-test natin siya using the data sets that we have provided and then yung actual data sets na nakuha natin to confirm the validity of the trained data, kung okay na po ba siya. So yun yung concept ng neural network. For Fuzzy Logic naman, it's more of the rules. Iisip ka ng rules, aralin mo yung situation ng sistema. Pag clearly naintindihan mo na yun, you have to ask for the expert. And then, tutulong yung expert sa'yo para gumawa siya ng rules needed for your Fuzzy Logic. So, yung Fuzzy Logic, pwede rin gamitin for the control system. So, it provides a more efficient and resourceful way to solve control systems, examples of which yung temperature controller and even the ABS or the anti-lock brake system. Common use po itong sa temperature controller. Example, we have the problem. We need to change the speed of a heater fan based off the room temperature and humidity, di ba? Ngayon, mainit. So, kailangan ma-measure mo yung temperature at saka humidity doon sa room before you could adjust automatically yung ating heater fan or even the air conditioning system. A temperature control system could have 4 settings. In our case, we have the cold, cool, warm, and then hot. Again, ikaw po uli ang pwede magdagdag niyan. Pwede mo siyang dagdagan na very cold, cool, warm, hot, very hot. Pwede po yon. So humidity can also be defined using 3 classifications, low, medium, and high. Again, pwede po yung magbago. Depende po yan sa design mo. So considering this classification, so we can define now the fuzzy set. So in our case, we have the temperature. Yan, the temperature is cold, cool, warm, and then hot. And then we have classifications for humidity, low, mid, and then high. And then yung output natin dito is the fan speed. Ang ibig sabihin lang yan, if the temperature is cold, and the humidity is low, then we set the fan speed to medium. Pero kapag the temperature is hot and the humidity is high, then we set the fan speed to 0. So, ang tawag dito sa nakikita po natin na table is Fuzzy Associative Memory Matrix or FAM matrix. So, yan na yung rule na na-create natin na hindi mo siya may isip, nonetheless, you ask someone na expert in the temperature control system. So, ano po ba yung benefits ng using Fuzzy Logic? So, kita natin dito yung steps, yung traditional approach that we're using. Of course, lahat naman ginagawa natin yan. We understand the physical system and then the control requirements. Pero in the traditional practice natin, kailangan pa natin mag-develop ng linear model of plant sensors and then actuators. Di ba meron kayong subject na feedback and control system? Malamang familiar kayo pag sinabi kong sensors, actuators, and so. And then, we determine a simplified controller from control theory. So, medyo mahirap yan. Kailangan kang umisip ng control theory na applicable doon sa specific design that you are trying to build. Pwedeng proportional integral, proportional derivative, proportional integral derivative. And then, di-develop ka ng algorithm for that controller and then you simulate, debug, and implement design. In most cases, kailangan mong gumamit ng differential equations, kailangan magkaroon ka ng advanced math, kailangan ka mag-derive ng equations para ma-solve mo yung problema. Pero using Fuzzy Logic, kinumbine natin yung development ng linear model of plant sensors and actuators, simplification of controller from control theory, and developing an algorithm for the controller. So, ang gagawin lang po natin, we need to design the control using the Fuzzy rules. And then, syempre, we have to fine-tune our rules. Kung enough na po ba siya, we simulate, we debug, and we implement the design. Ganun po ka-simple at ka-usable si Fuzzy Logic. So, another example, this time, for the anti-lock brake system or the ABS. So, this is nonlinear and dynamic in nature. So, kaya kailangan talaga natin ditong gumawa ng equations or gamitan siya ng Fuzzy Logic. So the inputs for Intel Fuzzy ABS are derived from the following. So we have the brake, the four wheels, the ignition, the feedback, and the wheel speed. And then we have here the diagram for that. So basically those 5 items are the data input. And then ipoprocess natin siya using the main program, using the Fuzzy Logic Inference Engine. So we have commonly used two, Ma'am Dani and Sugeno. In my research works, I have used both naman, pero common na ginagamit ay Sugeno. In our case, gagamitin po natin ay Sugeno since we are just starting with a Fuzzy Logic. Then we produce the data output. In our case, ang outputs po natin, pulse width modulation or the PWM and the error lamp. Yun yung i-control natin using the rules. Pwede rin pong magamit si Fuzzy Logic sa different fields like in business, hybrid modeling, and expert systems. Maya, daanan lang natin yung mga some research endeavors or works that I have used using Fuzzy Logic. So for some of the conclusion, Fuzzy Logic provides an alternative way to represent linguistic and subjective attributes of the real world in computing. It is able to be applied to control systems and other applications in order to improve the efficiency and simplicity of the design process. How are we going to approach naman? Example, assessment as to whether Fuzzy Logic is applicable for the given application. So these are the evaluation criteria. So you have to judge kung kailangan ba siyang gamitan ng Fuzzy Logic or not. Number 1, has Fuzzy Logic been previously applied to a similar application with success? Kasi kung hindi, baka suntok sa buwan yan. Baka mahirap mo siyang gawin kasi you're gonna start from the scratch. Is it a multi-variable type control problem? Baka naman ang kinukontrol mo isa lang variable or dalawa lang variables. Huwag mo nang gamitan ng Fuzzy Logic. Do operators and engineers process knowledge about any relevant interdependencies of the process variables? So, kailangan meron kang someone, operator or engineer that is expert for that field. Can further knowledge about the process behavior be gained by observation or experiments? May makukuha kang data in actual. And then, is it difficult to obtain a mathematical model from the process na kailangan gumamit ng advanced math, differential equations, higher mathematics para lang ma-obtain mo, ma-derive mo yung equation na kailangan mo. So, gamitan mo sa ng Fuzzy Logic. So, this is basically for the preliminary evaluation. So, problem analysis before you could start the project. Ayan. So, these are some of the usage. Define the control objectives and criteria. So, alamin mo, what am I trying to control? Dapat clear yan sa'yo. Sa example natin kanina, klaro naman yung fan yung gusto nating i-control. What do I have to do to control the system? Paano ko makokontrol yung fan, 'di ba? Siyempre, you have to change the temperature or the humidity. How am I going to do that? What kind of response do I need? Yung duty cycle ba yung kailangan kong baguhin? What are the possible probable system failure modes? Yan. And also determine the input and output relationships. Choose a minimum number of variables for input to the fuzzy logic engine. Use the rule-based structure of fuzzy logic. Break the problem or the control problem down into a series of rules. Create fuzzy logic membership functions. There are a lot of membership functions. Trapezoidal, triangular, Gaussian. Ayan. So, syempre, mag-start muna tayo with the basic ones, triangular and trapezoidal. We also have the singleton. And then define the meaning, the values of the input and output terms using the rules, and then test, evaluate, tune, and retest. Yun yung medyo crucial part sa fuzzy logic kasi kailangan mo talaga mag-fine-tune until such time na makuha mo yung desired output po natin. And then gagawa ka ng rule matrix. Example of which, ito, we have the error for the columns and the error dot for the rows. And then input conditions, error and error dot, output response, conclusion, intersection of row and column for the rule matrix. As for the application, simple proportional temperature controller, so components of which an electric heating element, variable speed controlling fan or cooling fan, functionality, positive signal output 0 to 100% heat, negative signal output 0 to 100% cooling. Yan. So this is a block diagram of the control system for simple fuzzy logic control system. So as you can see here, we have the fuzzy logic engine, and then meron tayong target temperature, and then temperature as the input, which is basically the temperature is feedback sensor in the controlled environment. And then we have two outputs, the heater and then the cooler. And then yung pinaka-final output natin is the controlled environment, which is whether yung output natin ay heat or no change or cool. Yan, as for the working, so we have to establish a meaningful system to represent the linguistic variables in the rule matrix. Pwede kang gumamit ng mga variable like n, which is ibig sabihin negative, say for the 0, p for the positive, h for the heat, dash for the no change, and then c for the cool. So, we also have to define the control objectives and criteria. Ito yung mga sinabi ko kanina, what I'm trying to control. Ayan. Example, what I'm trying to control, system temperature. What do I have to do to control the system? So, proper balance and control ng functional devices. Ano bang klaseng response ang kailangan ko? Stable environment, temperature. Possible probable system failure modes, the lack of the no change region. So, what is being controlled and how? So, this is the typical control system response. Again, the CMD is the target and the temp is the temperature over time. So another example. Yan. So this time we have to determine the input and output relationships. So we define the minimum number of possible input product combinations and the corresponding output response conclusions. So ito ay reference sa table kanina. We have the first setup input with reference to different classifications, error, positive, 0, negative. And then for the error that we have positive, 0, and then negative, then conclusion natin for the output, heat, no change, and then cool. Same is also applicable for other examples or representation. Then we make use of the rule-based structure of the fuzzy logic. Etong nakikita natin na set of rules from 1 to 9, reference yan dun sa fuzzy associative memory matrix na pwede natin gawin mamaya sa MATLAB Fuzzy Logic Toolbox. And then create a fuzzy logic membership functions that could define the meaning or the values of the input and output terms used in the rules. So ito na yung gumamit tayo ng triangular membership function so that we could represent yung ating rules na sinet kanina into fuzzy sets. And then I guess that's it. So before I end the recording, so I'll be explaining to you some of the fuzzy logic endeavors that I have done. for the past years. Isa sa ginawa ko, I think this is one of the first output presented in TENCON 2012. That this was in Cebu. Passilogy control of water quality monitoring and surveillance for aquatic life preservation in Taal Lake. So sa Taal Lake ako talaga nagpunta. I coordinated with BFAR and then yon gumawa ko ng Passilogic to control to determine the quality of water. And then another presented also in 8th ERDT Conference 2012, I think in Cebu also, water quality assessment using backpropagation neural network for aquatic life preservation in Taal Lake. So yung kanina, using Passilogic, ito ginamitan ko ng neural network. And ginamitan ko rin to ng MATLAB for that purpose to counter-check yung naging results ko for the Passilogic method. And then this one is in 2013, presented in the 6th International Conference on Humanoid Nanotechnology, Information Technology, Communication and Control Environment and Management, or HNISM 2013. So ginamit ko si Passilogic to derive and simulate a 3-variable solar water heater. Ang ginamit ko ditong tool, MATLAB Passilogic Toolbox. So yung ituturo ko sa inyo mamaya. Kasi itong mga naunang to, dinerive ko talaga yung Passilogic using Excel macro. Talagang dinerive ko. Ito, medyo madali lang to. Ginamitan ko lang siya ng Passilogic. And then, I think this is one of the output of my thesis advice. Type 1, Passilogic classification of pain severity or pain assessment. So, more on medical field naman to, na ginamitan din namin ng Passilogic. And then I also presented a research work about predictive approach of assessing the passing of engineering board courses in LASM, the Philippines, Laguna using Passilogic technology. So ginamit ko si Passilogic to determine papasa ba sa board exam yung mga ECE at saka mga electrical engineer. Then pinresent ko to I think in Cavite, but also presented in Jeju Island, Korea. So this one naman is simulation of Passilogic controller for DC-DC back and boost converter in 3 programming platforms. Pinresent ko ito again in Cebu in 2013, pero na-present ko rin to kasi thesis ko to, part of my thesis to nung ako'y nagma-master. So pinresent ko rin to sa Nha Trang, Vietnam with my advisor. So dito lang, in-implement ko si Passilogic, DC-DC, back and boost converter sa 3 programming platforms, VHDL, and then MATLAB, C++ rather than Excel macro. Yun yung 3 programming platforms na tinutukoy ko dyan. Then ito nga, pinresent ko to, first international travel ko to, second international conference on control automation and information sciences, November 25 to 28, presented in Nha Trang, Vietnam, fully funded by DOST under De La Salle University. So, ito yung thesis ko nung ako'y nag-masters. Design, development, and implementation of Passilogic controller for DC-DC back and boost converter in an FPGA. Tagal na niyan. Pero ang ginawa ko dyan, dinerive ko talaga si Passilogic, si DC-DC back and boost converter. Kinode ko yun. Hard-coded sa Verilog HDL. VHDL yung ginamit ko, hindi Verilog HDL. So, mas mahirap yon. Then, in-implement ko siya sa mismong Field Programmable Gate Array or FPGA board. And then, pinresent ko rin sa 15th Asia Pacific Industrial Engineering and Management System sa Jeju, Korea, yung Passilogic simulation ng DC-DC boost converter using MATLAB Passilogic Toolbox. And then, yun nga, yung sinabi ko kanina, yung predictive approach ng assessing, na-present ko rin yan, and published din yan in an international journal. Ayan. Then, pinresent ko rin sa Jeju, Korea. Ito, pinresent ko yung FLC-based Indoor Air Quality Assessment for ASHRAE Standard Conformance. Then, kung siguro may subject kayo na Safety Engineering, di ba yung OSHA? Yun. Ginamit ko yung ASHRAE Standard for Passilogic. Pinresent ko to sa De La Salle University, Manila sa PAASE. Then, pinresent ko rin yung ground grid integrity testing. So, this is an output of my thesis advice. Electrical engineer naman ito. Yung integrity ng building, ginamitan namin ng Passilogic. And then, yan, pinresent ko siya sa Tokyo, Japan. My first Tokyo, Japan in 2015. FLC-based Indoor Air Quality Assessment for ASHRAE Standard Conformance and ground grid integrity testing using MATLAB Passilogic Toolbox. And also published in Scopus. This is the highest publication, Springer, Industrial Engineering Management Science and Applications 2015. Alright. Ayan. So, sa kuning recording,